in the same way that you were greeted at reception, I hope this morning, or maybe not, by, apologies if you weren't, by people wearing M&G branded uniforms. They don't work for M&G. They actually work for a facilities management business. And that's the point. We have this setup already within the UK, whether it's retail, whether it's office buildings, whether it's in the student sector. We have a sophisticated management platform for all the other sectors except for residential. We don't have buildings that are specifically designed for rental, so we need to think about depreciation, again, going back to us being income driven. We need to think about what happens if you've got typical tenants stay between 2 to 3 years. So over a 10-year period, you've got 5 move-ins, move-outs per property. That's a lot of people. If you've got 200 flats in one location, that's 1,000 move-ins, move-outs. How do you think about what happens to the lift? What happens to the common parts? How do they take the furniture in there? How do they take their trash in and out of the building? Because when a developer builds a home, he builds it, it looks very shiny to walk into, it looks very attractive. Do they think about what happens to the trash when it gets taken out of the property, in the lift, all the food waste drips onto the floor, they then walk through reception, someone's got to clean it all up. Think about how these things work, and I think there's a lot of work going into that detailed management efficiency, which we see in the States, which we see in some of the European countries, Sweden, Denmark, Germany, etc. So I think there's lots of things we can take away from the different sectors, not just residential overseas, but the different sectors within shopping. You know, you look at a shopping centre, they do time-lapse photography to see where the people's movement is and how many shopping bags they're carrying. Residential, what do? Nothing. Useless. You know, we're a mile away from where we actually need to get to, and there's a lot of thinking going into that. So the type of product as well, so the type of how many bedrooms do you have? Lots of people share, so you can have a smaller flat, you have 2 bedrooms, both of which have got ensuite bathrooms. If you've only got 1 bathroom that people are sharing, someone's got a bigger bedroom, how do they divide up the rent? So there's lots of thought that needs to go into depreciation, the long-term management, and what these buildings will look like in 10 years' time, how our valuers will value them from a cash flow perspective, because they know that there's going to be money that has to go into this product in order to maintain the rents for the next 10 years. So there's an awful lot to think about, a lot of work going in.